Like 5,000 likes to this video, we will upload more patriotic news. Thank you. It's happening. Look what Gowdy just did. He passed the vote. Hillary, Comey, Obama, and Lynch in panic mode. In a letter addressed to Attorney General Jeff Sessions and Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, the Republicans said they were writing to request assistance in restoring public confidence in our nation's justice system and its investigators, specifically the Department of Justice, DOJ, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI. On Thursday, House Judiciary Committee Republicans called another special counsel, to investigate Hillary Clinton, James Comey, Loretta Lynch, Susan Rice, and Barack Obama. Presently it's occurring people. Gowdy voted to appoint a special counsel to investigate the numerous scandals and wrongdoings from the past organization. Gowdy, alongside 15 different Republicans, voted yes to require AG Jeff Sessions to appoint a second special counsel to investigate Hillary Clinton, James Comey, Loretta Lynch, Susan Rice, and Barack Obama wrongdoings amid the 2016 race. The video underneath will demonstrate to all of you the delicate parts that the mainstream media won't indicate you. As per CNBC, a year ago, the Justice Department declined to charge Clinton or her partners for Clinton's treatment of classified data while at the State Department. As a candidate, Trump debilitated to select a special counsel to investigate Clinton's activities. Comey had made an open declaration about the FBI's suggestion that the Justice Department not seek after charges against Clinton. He had said no reasonable prosecutor would bring a body of evidence against the previous Secretary of State for her treatment of government messages. That conclusion was generally panned by Republicans. What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for reading. T. Swamp Drain. FBI just issued major warning to Robert Mueller, you'll be surprised. As special counsel Robert Mueller's evidently free investigation keeps on frequenting the Trump Organization, the FBI has issued an astounding cautioning to Mueller himself to remain in line lest he confronts the outcomes. Bob Mueller understands and I understand the specific scope of the investigation, and so no, it's not a fishing expedition, said Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein yesterday. If there is evidence of a crime that is found within the scope of what they agreed, then Mueller has free rein, Rosenstein would explain. However, if it's outside the scope of the probe, then he needs to come to the acting Attorney General, at this time, for permission to expand his investigation, he said, according to the Washington Examiner. Rosenstein initially appointed Mueller to supervise the government Russia test, which started back in May when President Trump fired FBI Director James Comey. Albeit such an issue would fall under Attorney General Jeff Sessions' consideration, he recused himself from the case, in which Rosenstein, at last, was given the ability to contract and fire the uncommon advice. Reports surfaced asserting that Mueller extended his investigation to take a gander at Trump's funds, and in addition putting pressure on past representatives of the president, for example, his previous campaign manager Paul Manafort. Trump has vocally scrutinized these strategies in a New York Times interview where he expressed, "I think that's a violation. Look, this is about Russia." As indicated by a few sources, Mueller's investigators have been investigating the monetary records that have no connection to the 2016 race cycle, with one report noticing sources described an investigation that has widened to focus on possible financial crimes, someone connected to the 2016 election, as per CNN. It doesn't take a lawyer to understand that Trump's funds fall totally outside of the domain of his election campaign and goes past the extent of Mueller's appointment, a move that is prevalent, Rosenstein has clarified. John Dowd, Trump's lawyer, commented that those transactions are in my view well beyond the mandate of the special counsel, are unrelated to the election of 2016 or any alleged collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia, and more importantly, are well beyond any statute of limitation imposed by the United States Code. Truth be told, this isn't the first run-through Mueller has violated his limits in his zeal to move his investigation. Mueller had called upon the Trump administration to hand over records in connection to resigned Lieutenant General Michael T. Flynn and in addition the Turkish government, as indicated by the New York Times. The liberal and dynamic components of our legislature would readily observe Mueller abuse each procedural confinement in the book on the off chance that he could weave up a story persuading enough to sink the administration. Tragically for them, the statute of restrictions exists for a reason, and their fantasies won't effortlessly happen as intended. Robert Mueller's special counsel investigation has been enlarging in scope since its origin. Do you trust that Mueller is deliberately focusing on President Trump? Various stories have uncovered Mueller's strong Democrat bias, including delegating for the most part attorneys who have given to Democrat competitors before. A really free legal would see Mueller's investigation ceased. Ideally, a wonder such as this will happen later on. Until at that point, Trump must stay vigilant and not think little of the danger a one-sided investigation, for example, Mueller's could do to his administration, regardless of the possibility that his discoveries are false. What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for reading. H.T. Washington Exam. The swamp is draining. President Trump fires 11,000 people in federal government. Well done. Before Donald Trump took office, he promised that he would drain the swamp like no other president had sometime recently. Presently, it's been confirmed that he has completed this guarantee. Huge. Young conservatives revealed that in only a half year, Trump has shed almost 11,000 federal workers, turning around a 2-year pattern of increases all through the executive branch. This comes as Trump is proceeding to clean house in the White House. He let go his head of staff Reince Priebus and his communication director Anthony Scaramucci. Independent Journal Review reported that new reports demonstrate that Trump has recommended terminating the Afghanistan war's top commander, General John Nicholson. Senior authorities in the Trump White House say the president has grumbled that the United States was losing the war in Afghanistan. "We are not winning," he also said. Trump communicated these worries amid a meeting on July 19 in which he hammered his military counsels, including Secretary of Defense James Mattis, who sat with him in the Situation Room. Trump allegedly did not comprehend why Mattis was losing ground in Afghanistan even after he effectively got a specialist to roll out improvements to military action in Afghanistan. Mattis reacted that the U.S. was losing on the grounds that it didn't have the correct procedure. What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for reading. H.T. Young. Hillary is having a temper tantrum. Look what President Trump just did, you'll cheer. One topic that has been underlined in these website pages is that justice is for everybody or for nobody. The possibility that one can move sufficiently high on the political stepping stool to be past the range of the law is savage. Once spread and accepted as reality, that conviction leads not exclusively to hatred for such people who appear to be resistant to justice, yet it brings the legitimate system and its parts into unsavoriness. A general public that sees the law as a wiped-out joke is a general public in a sensational decrease. Is there any uncertainty that if a normal representative with top mystery trusted status in one of our knowledge offices were to have done what overpowering proof focuses on what Hillary has done, that such a man would be confronting different criminal accusations? Assuming this is the case, why isn't she? Up until now, the main answer is that she is Hillary. That is sufficiently bad. President Trump took to Twitter to declare that he is pressing Attorney General Sessions to seek after charges against Hillary and to indict her. It is the right choice. Either indict her or exonerate each individual in jail for releasing characterized data paying little heed to their inspiration. Justice for all or justice for none. This was a delicate matter for Trump. If I win, I will instruct my Attorney General to get a special prosecutor to look at your situation. Because there has never been so many lies, so much deception, Trump said in the second presidential debate with Clinton. After some quibble now gives off an impression of being the time that he will follow through on that promise. Trump is prepared to get down to business. something at which he ought to exceed expectations given the troublesome and serious transactions that have been a standard component of his business life. Sessions may have made comments showing that he was uncertain whether he ought to be the one to seek after charges against Hillary given that he contradicted her bid for president. All things considered, if the Attorney General isn't the individual to do as such, maybe he could show who should. All things considered, he is the country's central law authorization officer. It is not his business to release lawbreakers free. If not, supporting Hillary for president would be an excluding factor for being engaged with her indictment, that would preclude the larger part of Americans, individuals who either voted in favor of President Trump or who didn't vote by any stretch of the imagination. That is a silly thought. Attorney General Sessions, carry out your employment and indict Hillary. All things considered, the jury will settle on an ultimate conclusion. On the off chance that you won't, leave and let somebody who is unafraid to do the Attorney General's job assume control. What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for reading. H.T. The Daily Caller. Shocking new evidence ruins Obama cronies. President Trump was right all along. Liberals still cry about a non-existent Trump-Russia scandal, while helpfully disregarding the wrongdoings of our nation's past president. The way that Barack Obama violated the Constitution and around 12 different laws while in office is no longer up for question. It's quite recently hard actualities with a pile of evidence to help them. What's more, when Donald Trump started his keep running toward the White House, everybody knew the Democrats, headed by Obama, obviously, would successfully remain in his direction. This incorporates election fraud, which has completely exploded for the current year because of Trump's internal investigation that has officially demonstrated Democrats drove a huge number of illegals to the surveys. In any case, even before that, we heard whispers of Obama and his associates keeping an eye on Trump and his progress individuals. Presently, we have more proof to help this hypothesis. Fox News, an Obama official, made hundreds of unmasking requests during the last year of the previous administration, according to a letter from a top Republican who raised new concerns that officials sought the identities of Trump associates in intelligence reports for inappropriate purposes. Unmasking refers to the formal request to identify the Americans in an intelligence document. House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes, R. California, has blamed Obama authorities for burrowing around for the names of Trump's transition team, and no less than one authority made hundreds of solicitations in this vein. Nunes said Democrats had zero justification for doing this, and three of the nation's greatest big cheeses give off an impression of being included: previous CIA Chief John Brennan, previous National Security Advisor Susan Rice, and previous UN Envoy Samantha Power. The last has all the earmarks of being at the focal point of Nunes' accusations. Essentially, these insiders endeavored to keep an eye on Trump's team by looking for information within intelligence reports, and truly, there was no other explanation to jump into those reports, as per Nunes. Moreover, it's attainable that such data could be leaked to the press, yet another enormous issue the White House has had for the current year. What's more, who is in charge of the majority of this? Believe it or not, the Democratic National Party, whose best individuals can't maintain a strategic distance from features of flawed or even criminal conduct. When are these individuals going to begin paying for their violations? All the more critically, when will a greater amount of America realize they've been lied to and controlled for over 10 years? What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for reading. H.T. Fox News.